I'm Tisha Lewis, and this is The Good Word. For those joining us for the first time, welcome. And for the Good Word family returning, welcome back to your dose of faith, inspiration, and the good word. To my right, I'm very excited about this, Marissa Mitchell joining us on the Good Word, my colleague here at our Fox station in Washington, D.C., anchor and host of the very new Marissa Mitchell Show.
Tisha, thank you for having me. Thank you.
Thank you for coming. I mean, you're on the other side this time. Does it feel a little
Yes,
okay?
I'm never on this side of the interview, but I'm so glad to join you on your show. You know, I've been a fan for years now.
We are a fan of each other.
Yeah.
And
so you got to come on the Marissa Mitchell Show.
Yes, and so, congratulations on your show. Obviously, I've been able to watch several episodes, but it was really that first episode that was just so touching. I grabbed my tissues because it was so, seeing your family and your, support system. And so for people who are watching, outside of the Washington, D.C. metropolitan area and in the DMV, Marissa has a new show. It is called The Marissa Mitchell Show, Show.
Oh.
Tell us about it.
Gosh, well, it does have my name on it, but it's a team effort. And every day, Monday through Friday at 11 a.m. on Fox 5 for a full hour, we talk to people in the community. We also have celebrities on. We have hot topics. It's kind of like a variety show, if you will. But my main aim is that at the end of every hour, I want people to feel more empowered to get through the day. Sometimes it's through laughter. Maybe it's through information. You learn something you didn't know, or you connect with a guest or someone in a different way. And so I seek to inform, entertain, as well as empower.
And when I was watching the episode with your family, you had, I believe, your mother, your brother, and your cousin.
My cousin, both sisters, yes.
Wow, everybody came out. What was that like? I mean, I think it was your cousin said that she remembers you saying from childhood that you wanted a talk show, you wanted your own show, and now you have one. What was that moment like for you and even for them? They were sharing some pretty touching memories.
Yes. They were so excited. And for me, it was touching because they are the reason that I can do what I do. I did not get here by myself. And I'm still not by myself. They're still helping me and cheering me on. I think, Tisha, the best way to describe it, it was like walking through a dream, because I've dreamt this since I was a very little girl. Nobody told me what to want or want to desire. I believe that God put that in me to want it. We hear that scripture, He gives you the desires of your heart. I don't think it's just the desire. I think He gives you what to desire, because He's going to make good on that promise.
And also, the faith without work.
Yeah, it's dead. I put the work in. A whole lot of hard work and sacrifices. I'm still working and sacrificing. But for me, it was more so walking into the promise that God had made to me years ago. So I'm still walking in and excited for the journey.
And it's so wonderful to, witness your journey. Not only are you a colleague, but you're also an inspiration to so many of us. And I feel like, when you work in this industry, there's some people that you don't want to ask, how are you?
That's the truth. Sometimes you might even hate to see them coming, but
you are not one of those people. You exude so much joy and so much positivity. How do you hold on to that even, on days where maybe it's not the best day in the world?
Yeah, and that's the thing, because I have people say, you managed to keep your joy. I think when you've gone through different things, and I certainly have professionally and personally, it gives you a respect for all aspects of the human condition. So I know what it's like to have and to not have, to be included, to not to be included. So I feel like with lifing for all of us, at least I can give a measure of joy in the day for somebody, whether it's hello, how are you? A simple how are you? And mean it when you ask the question. It can go a long way.
I think that is so very true. So many times we ask someone, how are you? And the automated response is, I'm good, fine, thank you. But I think if we can dig deep and be our authentic, true selves, that's always a good thing.
And people want to be seen and heard. So a simple good morning good afternoon. We forget to just speak to each other. And it doesn't cost you anything to be kind. And so I go through problems like everybody else, but I definitely stay rooted in my faith and in God promises for my life, knowing that no matter what I come up against, I'm going to make it over.
We are standing and trusting and believing in God's promises for our life. I said, I don't do New Year's resolutions, but I do a motto or a message for the year. And
I do a word for the year.
Yes, I like that too. And for 2026, my message for the year were God's promises are yes and amen. Yes and amen. And that was something that was just resonated with me, and I'm holding on to it for 2026. I want to ask you, because I was thinking about this morning as I was getting ready. And no, I did not. I have never done a Get Ready With Me video. But
my gosh, you should.
Maybe I should. Maybe I should. But as I was getting ready in the morning, I was thinking, at what point did you realize, we have these big dreams when we're children, right? Or young people. At what point did you realize, oh my goodness, this could really happen?
Oh, wow, Tisha, no one has ever asked me that before. I don't think I ever realized it. Even with this new era within my story, I'm still working as if I don't have
business as usual.
Because, and I think that's the takeaway for people is that whether there's a show out there with your name on it or not, you are the show. I'm still the same Marissa Mitchell now that I was before February 2nd when the show debuted.
You mean I don't have to get to you through your assistant? No.
Yeah, you
I don't have to call an assistant.
You see more of me, but I'm still me.
Right.
And I'm more than what I do. As much as I love it, it's my vocation, it's what I do, it's not who I am. So I think when you can make sure that you draw that distinction, you're able to operate in who you are in a way that you don't believe the hype or the criticism. You got to stay right in the middle. And John Hope Bryant taught me that. He told me before this show started, he said, I want you to remember, you're not as good as your compliments. You're not as bad as your criticism. You are who you are.
I'm going to hold on to the you're not as bad as your criticism part.
It's true.
No, that's
we get way too caught up in that stuff.
It's such powerful advice and words of wisdom. And I think when we are in an industry where there's a lot of images that are out there, and it's so important, and now with the age of social media running rampant, people feel very free to give you their advice. And it's so important
unsolicited advice.
In those moments, those still moments where maybe you had doubt, like all of us, including me, or maybe where there were challenges, what was your prayer?
My prayer then and still is God be with me all the time. I think the prayer is also operating in what He's given me. I think a lot of times we get so caught up in what we don't have that we don't relish in what we have. Whatever you have is enough to get whatever you need. I think also patience.
That is a word I'm constantly telling. Be still and know that.
Be still and know, right, that I am God. And sometimes you got to wait on God. Woo. You're like, hurry up. I thought this was going to happen this year. And next thing you know, 15, 20 years down the road, you finally see that thing, whatever it is, manifest. So my prayer is that He's with me and that I can feel Him and see Him in everything, because He's always there with the message. And although things may not work out the way that you intended them to, there's something to be learned and gained from every step on the journey. And that's where I take solace in.
I receive it. It's true.
You got
a good message. How has your faith really shaped and impacted your journey?
Wow. No one asked me these questions.
Everyone keeps saying that.
Yeah, I love that because I never get to talk about my faith. And it's funny you said that, because I've had a lot of viewers tell me that without me talking about it a lot openly on air, they can tell I'm a woman of faith. So I don't know if that's in how I interview or things that I pick up on, or maybe the presence that I give off on television. But it's everything for me. I would not be here. I wouldn't be anywhere without my faith. And when I think of my parents and what they've given me and instilled in me, and even as a kid, I was in oratorical contests and writing contests, all the things that help prepare me for this now, my faith is what they gave me. And that's the best gift.
That is the best gift I think that I have given my child, and that my family has given me, is my faith and my belief in faith and believing even when you don't see it happening.
Sometimes you got to get on your knees and cry. I've done it.
Right.
I've done it. So he's
in the fetal position.
Yeah, seriously, I've been in my closet, literally, praying to God just to make it through whatever it is.
You brought up a good point. You said that you may not typically talk about your faith, but it's something that viewers and people can see in you. And we're in an industry, I remember once upon a time, faith was not a trend. Now it feels like it is more widely accepted. How would you describe that evolution?
I think a lot of it has to do with media becoming more open. We were talking about social media. There are so many ways, right, to get in and to get information and communicate. And because of that, you have this confluence of ideas, and it includes faith. And so people are just more open to share, and they have the pathways to do it. And that's why you see it more.
And even with folks that we've had on The Good Word, kind of echoing the same sentiment that you just said, but some of them are actors and actresses and singers in Hollywood. A lot of the folks that we've had on The Good Word have also done the morning show with you here in the Washington, D.C. area. And what they say is, oh my goodness, no one ever wants to talk to me about my faith, especially when you're talking about in Hollywood and in an image-driven industry. Do you think Hollywood as well? We know viewers have become more open to it, but
absolutely.
Do you believe that Hollywood, the entertainment industry, has also become more open to faith?
I think it has been. I mean, we've seen more movies. I believe Devon Franklin was on not too long ago talking about a faith-based movie that he worked on with Tyler Perry and others. We're seeing more of that content, and I think streaming is where you're seeing it, and people like you who helped lead the way, Tisha. I think you got to give yourself.
You told me that
you got to give yourself some credit, for you starting The Good Word almost 7 years ago.
So I have to give credit also to our boss Kyle.
Okay, for allowing.
Yes, but I am very appreciative because they knew me and knew that this was right up my alley, and so it's been a wonderful platform.
Yeah, so it takes people like yourself to open the door and show us a different way. And then it grows.
Let's talk about the Marissa Mitchell Show because, it's a new show. It's very exciting.
It's a baby.
It is. It is. And I'm so excited to witness it from conception, right? And so it hasn't been a month just yet.
No.
What have you learned? What would you, what's ahead for you? Tell us a little bit about the journey that the Marissa Mitchell Show is on and kind of the evolution and what you envision it becoming.
Wow. I think for right now, I just take one day at a time. It's funny. You reminded me of this meme that I saw where there's this guy and you can see someone asking him a question and they go, well, where do you see yourself in 5 years? He's like, I'm just trying to make it to Friday. I think for me, I just come in every day with the aim of doing my best work and working with this incredible team at Fox 5 to do our best to bring stories to the public. However that looks and shows up months, years down the world, so be it, or down the way, so be it. I didn't set out, even though I had the dream, Tisha, of one day having a show, a talk show, I never went into work each day saying, I'm going to do this so I can get my own talk show. I just did the work and it came to me. This was pitched to me. It wasn't anything I asked for.
I love it.
Granted, I asked for it spiritually,
right.
And it manifested in real time, but my work spoke for me. And I think the work of the Marissa Mitchell Show will speak for it in the months and years to come.
The show is not even a month old, and I'm going to share with you, I haven't shared with you, I literally was reading the comments. Y'all know I love to read the comments on different posts. And somebody was talking about all of these talk shows that are out right now, and the landscape with talk shows and talk show hosts are changing right now in real time.
Rapidly.
And in the comments, someone said, but we have the Marissa Mitchell Show to watch. And I thought that was so wonderful. And I wanted to share that with you. So people are watching, people are noticing. And even though there's some movement that's taking place on the talk show front, people recognize your value and your worth.
Thank you. And thank you for sharing that. And I think, too, it puts the spotlight back on local. I mean, sure, there are national daytime, and I still have a morning show, but daytime show hosts out there, and that landscape is changing. I think, fortunately and unfortunately, depending on what side you're on, it's opening the door for local hosts and anchors to have more programming. And when there's more local, there's more of our people on television and their stories to share. So I think there's beauty in this transition, and I'm just glad to be a part of it.
You know, and you brought up such an important point about the power of telling the stories of the community. So many times, and I'm sure you get posed the same type of question, people ask me, well, who do you want on the good word? What kind of story do you want on the good word? And I said, I just want incredible stories, amazing stories that are gonna inspire and uplift, stories that are rags to riches or overcoming obstacles or defying statistics right here at home in the DMV. How would you describe who you want on the Marissa Mitchell Show?
Well, I mean, I would love to have Oprah Winfrey.
That too.
Oprah, I mean, because
you get a card. You get a card.
You talk about a woman outside of my mother,
right?
Who has no other woman has inspired me more.
I agree.
And that's just the God to honest truth. She would be a dream guest. The Obamas would be great. I mean, I have a long short list of people, you know, I would love to have on and who I admire. I think Katie Couric, I really admire her and her strength.
Right.
I would love to have her on. But I think that the center of everything, it can't be the name, it has to be the story. And the essence of it. That's what travels.
And all of the people that you just named have incredible stories of overcoming the odds. Even when it seemed impossible, nobody saw it.
No.
But they did.
You have to believe beyond seeing. That's faith.
Who was your favorite interview?
Oh, that's a hard one, Tisha. I'm going to have to throw it back to 2015, though, when I interviewed Dick Gregory, the late great, now late great Dick Gregory, comedian, activist. And I had the opportunity to interview him in Selma, Alabama. This is when they did the 50th anniversary of Bloody Sunday.
Yes.
You know, that march. And I interviewed him. And at the end of the interview, this is what he told me aside, apart from the interview. He goes, "You're really good at what you do, but in your eyes," this was 11 years ago, he's like, "I still see some fear in there. Like you're questioning yourself, you're questioning your abilities." And he goes, "You've heard of the T-Rex?" I go, yeah, the big dinosaur, yeah. He was like, "They always tell you about the T-Rex, how big, loud, and bad the T-Rex was. Well, what they don't tell you is at the same time the T-Rex was here, the butterfly was here. And the butterfly is still here. Once you lose that fear, it's over." I never, ever forgot that. And essentially what I took away from that part of the interview is that still blessed assurance that you have. Not only is it powerful, but it's necessary and it's long lasting. So don't be afraid of the T-Rexes.
I love that
they show up as people, as things, as criticism, as challenges. Stay steady, stay the course, and you'll outperform and last them all.
Wow.
Yeah.
The butterfly.
Dick Gregory.
That's amazing.
Yeah, he spoke not just to me, but through me.
And God is speaking through you to me.
I receive it. Be the butterfly.
Who do you still want to interview?
Want to interview?
Or sit down with?
Well, it will probably be Oprah again, because I think there's a lot I could learn from her about how to navigate in this space and hold it together. I do think that we're both. When she did it, she was kind of the first in her lane.
And only
for a long time. And she opened the door. Actually, she built the house. Others have opened the door. I think Oprah built the house, okay. For me, for you, for so many more. But like, how do you make an impact and stay the course in this landscape? Because it's different. From what Oprah went through. So she's probably still the number one person that even though I've interviewed her times before, I want to sit down and have a heart-to-heart, sister-to-sister conversation on what's real when it comes to the business of show business.
I was just going to ask you, because I know that you've met her, you've interviewed her. What was your big takeaway?
Gosh,
after you, I mean, if it was me, I would have frozen after you got yourself together.
She gives great hugs.
And realize that it's Oprah after you got past all that.
Well, I would have to say, I mean, the first time I interviewed her, I did cry, but I did not cry until after she left. That's when it hit me like, oh my gosh, you interviewed one of your sheroes. But honestly, what I remember most about her and took from her was watching her do the Oprah Winfrey Show. I was front row, was in November of 2010 in Chicago. And that was, Russell Crowe was a guest, and Elton John.
Wow.
We got a little mini
That
Elton
was a
John
big
concert.
show.
But watching her, oh, she is a master conductor at what she does. She knew where her lights were. She knew where everyone was. I mean, she had her cards there, but everything was off the top. I mean, it was like watching an Olympic athlete, a Michael Phelps, just do his thing, you know. So I was in awe of her, and I'm so glad I was able to see Oprah in her element. That's when I got the most out of being in her presence.
And do you feel like at that moment that helped shaped Marissa Mitchell?
Yeah, I think that moment and other moments, watching her and other women on local news. I remember distinctly at the age of 9 sitting in front of the TV set and knowing that's what I'm going to do for the rest of my life, as long as I can do it. No one told me that.
Right.
I just felt that and never lost sight of it.
And you know, it's that dream and hope and ambition. I know for me, seeing people who look like me on the television screen was very inspiring. And so I hope that we can offer that same inspiration to all young people, old people as well, who are watching. Marissa Mitchell, thank you so much. I want to.
Thank you.
I know.
I'm so proud of
We'll give
you,
a little hug.
Tisha.
Thank you so
I really
much.
am. Thank you for having me.
We are on demand on Fox Local Sundays at 10 a.m. and also on Fox Soul Sundays at 4 and 4:30 p.m. Eastern. I'm Tisha Lewis. Thank you for watching The Good Word. Until next time.